hopefully that works.
Recording is on.
Yeah, so good. Screen is recording, everything's good. So I'm glad you're doing all right. How have you been holding up since being harassed by Repzion's crew? I've noticed that in your what do you call that? Discord.
Oh yeah. So you mean like with the Zell FFS person?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's still going on about me on Twitter, and so she's saying that like proof that I'm showing isn't accurate and whatever. Um, and so I guess it's not over yet. We'll have to see if she owns up or doesn't. Because
Yeah,
she was. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, because I've noticed she's done that, and I've noticed some of these are adults who are doing that too.
Yeah.
And that's pretty scary, especially for someone who you're 16, right?
17 now.
17 now. Yeah, even for a teenager to be going through that, that's pretty daunting to have to
Yeah.
go through that. It's pretty scary. So let's talk about how did you and Repzion first meet?
Well, I remember I found his channel, let's see, I think around 2017, early 2017, and I liked his videos on atheism because at that time I was like uh questioning, like what I believed in. And so also let me know if I'm cutting out at all, please.
Okay,
Uh,
I will for sure.
okay. And so I found his videos and I really related to them. And then I saw that he had a Discord server. And so I decided to join it. And I remember, like, as soon as I joined, the first time I joined, he was already in a chat with some people. And so I joined and started talking to him. And eventually we became friendly with each other. And then we've agreed. We were talking a lot, so not really like one on one or anything, but
Hmm.
like um, as a group. And then eventually we decided to see a movie together. It was Avengers Infinity War. And so then we saw that, and then yeah, then we that's how it started.
Really? Did he do anything suspicious, like don't tell your mom my age or anything like that?
No, he didn't actually. It wasn't. I even now I don't think of it as like creepy or off-putting or anything.
Okay.
Well, what I find creepy is the fact that now he feels the need to say that we weren't friends. That's the like he's trying to cover it up. That's what I find unsettling.
Yeah, no, that would be unsettling, especially, like sometimes you make friends with fans too, right? So
Yeah,
it's nothing to be ashamed of. He should have been like, yeah, I was just friends with this dude, and now this and this is happening. It kind of sucks, right? So, yeah, what I also found unsettling. So, how did this friendship all unravel? How did it just become what it is?
Um, well, basically, this was in late 2019, so we'd had been friends for a couple years. What happened was I saw this is like a month or two after actually no, I think maybe 3 months after he released his videos on Phoenix and Lauren, where he said that like they sent around a picture of his dead grandfather. After that is when, so I saw those videos and I was like supportive of him, and I feel bad for doing this because at the time I actually harassed Lauren on Twitter. I said like, go fuck yourself or something because I thought she was guilty and because I think I was this my age isn't an excuse. I shouldn't have done this regardless, but I
Mhm.
think I was, yeah, 15. And so at that time, or no, 16. And so at that time, I I thought that they were in the wrong, and so I was like a dick to them. And then eventually she got harassed to the point of having to delete her account. And then a few months later is when a sketchy Twitter account messaged me, and it had a link to a Google Drive, and I stupidly clicked it. But when I did, that's when I found all the evidence that Daniel lied about everything in his two videos on Phoenix and Lauren, and they were actually innocent. Although at the time I actually didn't completely understand the evidence. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that like they were all three in the wrong, and I didn't. Or all four, counting Maya, and I didn't get that like Phoenix and Lauren were completely in the right. So when I made my first video on it, I didn't have all the information, which is why I then made a second one. So
Mm-hmm.
I say like everyone's in the wrong here, nobody's in the right. You all suck, basically. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and that I actually made my first video after I went into uh, Daniel's Discord server to try and talk to him. I didn't do it privately because I thought I was afraid. I had this hunch that maybe he would turn out to be a bad person and just block me or whatever, ban me and try to silence me. And that hunch was right. So I messaged it in his general chat, like telling him, and then some of his friends and he himself came in. They're like, Colton, stop talking about this. Like, shut up or we'll have to ban you. I believe it was Daniel himself who said he'd ban me. And so then after that is when I left, and then I made my video, and then this all started.
So because you were pointing out, stuff that was happening in his relationship, this is what I'm hearing. Stuff that was actually happening in his relationship, he threatened to ban you?
Yes. It wasn't really it wasn't an issue I had with his relationship, at least at the time, because it was more just that he lied about certain things that Phoenix and Lauren did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with Phoenix, I noticed in his video with Edward, where he was being interviewed by Edward, and then it
Edward,
was almost like, yeah, uh, Edward,
Edwin, Edwin.
yeah, yeah, Edwin. There we go. Yeah, Edwin. It was like he was being ganged up on. It
Yeah.
was really unfair. That shouldn't have happened at all, like at all.
Yeah, I
And
thought that was ridiculous. Because
yeah, because
what happened there was he invited Repzilla to debate Phoenix for some reason. I don't know why Repzilla. And so then they were like having it was civil at least. Like Repzilla's being a fucking idiot as usual, but at least it was civil. And then Repzion and Edwin wouldn't let me in the whole time. I was saying like, let me on. Repzilla's lying, and Phoenix is bringing up some stuff that I want to personally comment on and regarding me, and Edwin still wouldn't let me on. And so then Repzion comments and he's like, bring me in. And I was like, oh my fucking god, now he's gonna get to lie about me and I can't defend myself. And of course that's what happened. And he was like, not letting Phoenix get a word in. Repzilla didn't say a word after Repzion joined. He just let him do all the talking. And then there was at one point where Maya came in and started screeching, and Edwin had apparently no problem with it. So he was fine with those three ganging up on one person, and I thought that was ridiculous. And then Edwin also was obviously biased for Repzion.
well, yeah, I found it was ridiculous too because all he had to do was like, okay, I just want you guys to talk it out. And like there's a pause button where you can like pause the other person because I know on what we're talking on now, you could actually do that where somebody's the mediator and like you have to hold your hand up to talk and stuff like that. You can actually do that on this app. The fact that Edwin didn't do that really shows his character
Yeah,
because there was only the guy who just wanted to say his truth. That's what I got out of it. And after watching that, it was just completely childish.
yeah, definitely.
So, so when Daniel was actually accusing you of having child pornography of Maya, and then where he faked called the FBI, how did that make you feel?
Oh well, I mean, obviously I was distraught. Well, what happened at first was how this accusation started was Maya joined my Discord server. I was in the call with Lauren and a couple other people. I forget who exactly. One of them might have been Jack Frost. Anyhow, so then we were talking. Then suddenly we see in the chat where it lets us know when members join. It says Maya or Princess Maya Cat, or I don't know, something stupid. One of her basic go-to usernames has joined the server, and we were like laughing our asses off. And I literally said, "Oh shit, here we go." And then she joined VC and was screaming like, "Colton, Colton, I'm recording this call." And I was just like, "Okay, cool." And like she thought it was like evidence of me being guilty because she was recording the call she just joined. That, like, okay. And then she screams, "I was 15 in that image you posted." And then me and Lauren and everyone else just like fucking break out laughing because we're like, "No, you weren't. You clearly have the face and body of a 20-year-old or 19-year-old, like 18
Mhm.
at the youngest. Like, there's no way you were a kid. It's ridiculous." And it's like, 15? Are you kidding me? And she said like two or three times, "I'm recording this call just to hammer it in, oh, you got us." And then she dips out, leaves the server, and we were just like laughing for 5 to 10 minutes straight because of how ridiculous it was. And then
Mhm.
I see on Twitter, I believe the day after, that Daniel says, "Report this tweet," because I tweeted, I believe it was um, either one of the images to prove that she was a cam girl responding to someone, because at the time I didn't comprehend that that's not something you should do, post those images just unprompted. And then it was either that or a link to the drive of evidence. And so I posted that in a tweet, and then Daniel quoted it and said, "Report this tweet as it contains pornography of a 16-year-old." So already I was like, wait, what? They don't have their story straight. What the hell is that about? So, because she said 15 and now he's saying 16. And so it went from me thinking this is hilarious, there's no way people will believe this, and then, oh my God, it's even funnier because now they don't even have a narrative set up for them to lie about. And then of course people were just blindly believing him, and I was utterly shocked. I was replying like to the people like, "Hey, he's lying, she was of age," and then he blocked me so I couldn't reply. And then that's when I was like, "Oh shit, people are actually gonna believe him." And then that's kind of my roller coaster of emotions. And now, uh, it's hard to I don't really know how I feel about it now. I guess just a mix of everything that I felt before.
Yeah, because he, like, from hearing from other people like Steve and people who are on your side, you already have depression, right?
Yes, and anxiety, as I
Mm.
call it, the basic bitch syndrome.
The same here. I have the same thing. Having an adult push you into that, especially on social media, like you're a kid, there's a lot of emotions. That's technically what he did, in my view. That's abuse. He could have easily just said, "Dude, I don't appreciate you posting that picture up on your Twitter. Can you please take it down?"
Yeah, and they could have, because he did end up making a video on me, obviously. And if in that video he like came clean for all the stuff he said, but said like it's not child porn or revenge porn. That was wrong of us to say. It was like a heat of the moment thing, and we're sorry for that. However, you bringing up old images is really bad, and but of course they couldn't do that because then he'd have to clear the names of Lauren and Phoenix and out Maya as a terrible person, and he can't do that. And so, but if he did do that and like he dumped Maya or something, and he came clean about everything, he would have just destroyed me. Like he would have won easily. But instead,
Exactly.
yeah, and now it's no longer like, even though they never had a story planned out, it's not just like it's clearly not just like this quick reaction where it's like, "Oh, we have to say it's illegal or something. I feel so bad that this is being exposed." Now it's like they're keeping this lie circulating to it's like they don't even feel bad that they're doing this. Like they think
Well,
they're right.
yeah, I know. I watched I forgot his name. I'll link him down in the description. It has a video where Maya is actually admitting on Discord that she had spread out naked photos of somebody's personal, I think, nude pictures around the internet.
Yeah, that
Which,
was.
if that person were to tell the FBI, like, she'd be in huge trouble for doing that,
Well,
because she, first of all, she didn't give consent to do that.
yeah. Well, the thing is, I actually spoke to someone personally related in that situation a couple days ago.
Hmm.
The woman who had the revenge porn spread of her lives in Canada, and so
Hmm.
the U.S. Police isn't able to help her because she's not a U.S. citizen, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
no, what she can do is that she can actually go to the RCMP.
oh, she can?
Yeah, she can go to the RCMP about it.
Hmm. I'll find a way to let her know then.
Yeah, definitely let her know about that. There's like a whole bunch of links. She can contact her local police about it, you know. Just-
Okay, yeah, because
yeah.
she uh apparently, according to the person I talked to, she's still traumatized about it. So that like just broke my heart when I read that because it's such a vile thing to do that. And in the clip where she admits to it, she doesn't even show any emotion. Like she's
Well,
like,
no.
whatever, I destroyed this woman's life, so what?
Yeah, no, I've noticed some clips of Maya where she has very questionable intentions
Yes,
too.
to say the least.
Very, very questionable intentions, and it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of her tweets. I was looking at some of repzion tweets and stuff like that. She's showing some signs of just being a horrible person in general. But
Yeah.
yeah, and are there anybody else attacking you at all?
Well, Repzilla did a couple videos on me. The second one, he started to get into Maya being a bad person, but it was more like stuff. Well, like he talked about the revenge porn thing, which was refreshing, but then the rest of it, and even that was like early 2019, and he made the video mid to late 2020, and he basically just brought up stuff that's like only from her past and not stuff that she's doing now, like doxing and he certainly won't talk about the privacy claims she's doing right now. So he was saying stuff like, don't blame Repzion. It's all in the past, baby. It's all not even her fault. So yeah, there's him. John Swan is definitely defending them. Uh, and I think that's about it. I guess Nicholas Diorio and Augie and Edwin were lied to by
Yeah,
Dan. Because because Edwin's DMs recently leaked, and there are some where Repzion just flat out tells Edwin that I'm a stalker, and I spread the images that were illegal. So yeah, so I don't believe Edwin was in on it, but or Nick or Augie, but I do truly believe John is in on it because he's so hell bent on like defending them. And literally, when I joined his server and gave Maya a friend request, he banned me for harassment of other members. No warning or anything.
yeah, no, that's not harassment. I could understand if she was like a message on message basis being like, hey, can you like leave me alone? And like you just kept continuously making fake accounts, you kept on doing it, doing it, and doing it. But
Yeah.
like I haven't seen any evidence of that whatsoever. Um, has Maya made fake accounts? I heard she has, but I'm not sure.
She does have a current Twitter. She changes the name of it every chance she gets. Because well, what happens is people let me know when she changes her name, and then this happened for a while, and then I call it out, and then she changes it again, and even though she has me blocked, so she should not be seeing those notifications, she still somehow knows how oh wait, there's a helicopter flying over me. I'm sorry. She still somehow knows how I know her new name, and so she kept changing it, and so eventually that just stopped.
Okay.
But I don't believe she doesn't have any fake accounts that I know of. Um, she could. It's probably in her character because she does do a lot of stuff to try and ruin people's lives.
Yeah, no. So, with a Repzion's friend who was trying to tell Repzion, hey, this is what your girlfriend's like. What did you hear about that relationship?
Between Phoenix and Repzion.
Yeah, Phoenix and Repzion.
Well, all I know is that at the time, uh, they were he was just trying to like let him know in Facebook messages and stuff that that was happening, and Repzion was himself admitting that like he knew about all of it because he went through Maya's phone and saw her like texting her sugar daddies and stuff. And then Repzion was like being thankful to Phoenix and stuff, but then Phoenix tried to message him again later on,
Mm-hmm.
and then he found out that Dan had blocked him, and so then he blocked him and Lauren and made that video about them. So I that's all
Whoa.
I know about their friendship.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that it?
because I've seen her absolutely freaking out, and it was like a question that Phoenix asked, and then she made it into a whole nother thing about her having to have an abortion.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that one's like it's like a gold standard of comedy if you know the context behind it.
yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? Even the one dude looked really scared, like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
What is
D
wrong with
Fizzy.
her?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy who
no.
was on stream with Edwin.
Yeah, no, I would have been like, you need, if that was me and it was just two guys having a chit chat back and forth, and then all of a sudden she joined in and started doing that, I'd be like, dude, you need to get your girlfriend off of the line. He did not bring up her abortion in a negative way. This is
Yeah.
not fair.
Well, to be fair, well, he didn't say it directly like she has an abortion or she had an abortion, so she's a bad person. He said it because Repzion talked him into that corner. He said, "Well, there's no proof," and then Phoenix is like, "Well, you guys had to have an abortion because she cheated on you," and then she comes in and rees at him, and then after that, Daniel like tries to get up on a pedestal and remind people, "Hey guys, I'm the cool Repzion. Guess what? You never bring up people's abortions." But that's literally what he talked. He baited Phoenix.
Yeah, no, I noticed that too. He was trying to manipulate the whole conversation into his favor. And if you're
Yeah,
like an adult like me and you have other adults who are watching your channel,
he
you
couldn't do
know
it.
that this person is manipulating the conversation, who is pushing this person into a corner to look like this horrible, horrible guy, and he's not.
Yeah, he couldn't. He tried so hard to make himself look better, and he couldn't do it. He just kept making himself look worse and worse because
Yeah.
he kept like piling on different things without giving Phoenix a chance to talk. Like he said, Phoenix was behind the Jack Frost account, and Phoenix was like, "No, I'm not." And then Repzion brought up, "Well, I just saw your account in chat that you were commenting with, but that was one that is like people know that's him. That has nothing to do with anything."
Yeah. Yeah, the whole scenario was just done. So when you opened the Google documents, what else did you find in there?
Well, there was the messages where Repzion admits that she cheated on him, and then the image of her as a cam girl. Uh, let's see. It's hard to remember all of it now because it was so long ago. There was also some stuff where she was like she filmed herself naked making out with one of her other friends who was also naked, and I was like scarred when I saw that. And so I didn't put that in my drive. At least I hope I didn't. And that was when she was with Daniel. Um, I also saw some stuff where it was like screenshots of the video pointing out that like he blatantly censored some images to refit the Facebook DMs with Phoenix and his narrative. That's about all I remember right now. Oh yeah, and then there's also Maya wearing the Nazi helmet, and there was her like transphobic comments on Discord and stuff.
Yeah, I seen those too, and to be honest, dude, She's a very bad joker. Like
Yeah.
I know
I
some people who have dark, like they're great as dark comedians and they could totally pull that off. But her, it's like it wasn't even funny. Because
yeah,
I'm into dark comedy, like really dark comedy, some sarcastic, evil shit.
I
Right?
am
So I
too.
know some dark. Yeah,
I am too. But
exactly.
what if she was just through some miracle joking? And I'll explain in a sec why I don't believe she was. But if she was, she's the worst comedian on the earth and the moon. The like she literally just flat out said, "Yes, I am a Nazi." Like what? That's not a joke. Like that's not what? And then okay,
Yeah.
so can I explain real quick why I think she actually is a Nazi?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, so first off, the obvious, she's a vindictive person. Don't know if you
Hmm.
could tell, but Nazis are usually vindictive people who just go out of their way to, fuck things up, and she displays that trait every single day of her life. Then
Hmm.
there's also the fact that she bought a Nazi helmet and wore it for a photo. Like how much did that cost, and was that all for a joke? Because if I am not one to like make fun of people for like their financial situations, and that's not what I'm doing here. But like Maya was never really like there's no way she would have had enough money to buy one of those unless it meant like a lot to her. So I don't know why, and it's not. And Daniel phrases it as World War II memorabilia, but it's not. It's not like one of the good guys. It's literally the people who killed 6 million innocent lives. So, and then there's also her like saying flat out, "Yes, I am a Nazi." Like I don't know how that's supposed to be played off as a joke. But then there are also her serious transphobic comments, which she's admitted that she's serious about, and racist stuff that like that's not well, like that. It's just more of her being prejudiced. So I do think she is anti-Semitic, and then there's also the big one of her pretending to be Jewish, which is ridiculous. Um, yeah, that's all. I think that all adds up for me, and to me believing yes, this is an actual Nazi.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I have friends and I have met Jewish people, and the shit that she was saying, it wouldn't fly with them, especially in Israel. I
Yeah,
like she probably did go over there and visit, but other than that, I would just love to see her actually say what she was saying on those some of those videos to an actual Jewish person and see if they're okay with it.
yeah.
Because
I'd
where I
like to
live,
see her
like,
try. I'd like to see
yeah.
her try to do that in Israel, wearing her
Mhm.
stupid helmet, and see, and then just say it's just a joke, guys, and then see what happens.
Yeah, because it wouldn't fly. They'd completely freak out because of what happened, right? Like you look at World War I and World War II, like the majority of the people who were being attacked and who were being criticized were the Jews. Other than that, it was, some of the Russians, it was gypsies, it was gay people, it was
Yeah,
also adolescent teenagers who didn't want to follow the rules too, who were German, who thought it was stupid or who just rebelled too.
yeah,
So the fact that she has the nerve to do that, like I'm not Jewish myself, but I'm Native American, and even then, it's like wearing a Pocahontas costume. It's really offensive. It's like, do you want me to dress like Becky?
sure,
Right?
go for it. I'd like to see that.
You want me to dye my hair like bleach blonde, have like some Uggs on, and like have my pumpkin spice latte? You know?
Yeah.
No, but
At this point, if she is joking, she's like making fun of herself of how ridiculous she is.
yeah.
That's how I look at it.
And that's the thing. I was looking at it too, and I'm like, she's not even trying to be sarcastic.
Yeah,
It's like she's not trying to make it sound like it sounds stupid, right?
yeah. She's not like if it were a joke or sarcasm or whatever, she would say something. I don't know. She'd find some way to make it like overtly ridiculous, because that's what
Yeah,
comedy is. It's
exactly.
exaggeration. And when she just says things that people unironically believe and have actually taken action on, so to the point where it's not laughable that they just believe it, like that's not a joke. If she said, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. If she said something like, I don't know, I'm gonna personally take out 6 million more with no army or something stupid like that. Like it wouldn't be funny. That's it's just a dumb thing I thought of. But it would at least be could be passed off as a joke
Yeah,
because it's ridiculous. But what she says is like, Hitler was doing he was doing a good thing, and then she wears a Nazi helmet, which again makes it worse. But yeah, there's no way that she can just say that's a joke when she just makes statements. Like they
yeah,
aren't jokes, they're statements.
yeah. Did you notice Daniel, before she ever went out with him, was doing the same thing almost?
Wait, well, I have seen videos of him mocking black people, or like there was a Facebook tech post of his where he says like, "Am I racist if I say this is a dumb nigga or something?" And he has an image of a black guy on there, so he called a black guy the N word, and then there was also one where he was this one was like 2013 I think, or no, it was actually 2016, where he was doing a live stream, and he just said he was talking about like how it's living next to a black family is something people should never ever do because it's basically like living in the ghetto, and then he was like mocking them by saying the N word over and over again. It's just really sick shit. I didn't know about that until like I don't know a few months ago.
Holy crap. Yeah, I noticed some of the things too. And you also said that he collects World War II paraphernalia, right? And it's not
Or no, he doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't collect it. The only thing I've seen that they own is the World War II helmet that Maya wore,
okay.
the Nazi one. So I don't know if they like have a bunch of that stuff. Like I'm a collector too. I like collecting stuff, but if I were to collect World War II memorabilia, I would not go straight to the Nazis first. I would
Mhm.
probably start with like American armor or something. I don't know,
Mhm.
just one of the people, literally anyone else than the Nazis.
Yeah, no, because like they're just holy crap, the stuff that they even did to their own people was just unbelievably
Yeah.
ridiculous. It was just, oh God, we're so lucky that we don't have to go through that in our decade or in our age because there was a lot of people that had PTSD. And like when you start digging into it, you realize, well, this is why older people are kind of like, still really paranoid about the Nazis.
Yeah.
Because I'm researching about the Sabbateanism, right, and who these people actually are. And, I have to talk to a rabbi, Jewish history, stuff like that. And when you start talking to the older generation, they're still really paranoid about Nazis. So it's really sad. It really, really is sad.
Yeah, it is. It's just it I'm like I think people can joke about anything. Like again, if they want to joke about that, then like it's up to them. But what those statements are just like not good at all.
Yeah, no. No, it's not. So, did you ever get a chance to talk to Phoenix himself?
Yes. Him and I are kind of friends now. I say kinda because we don't talk that much.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, he's really nice. Him and Lauren are actually just sweethearts, which makes me even more pissed that they were lied about. Uh, yeah, he's provided me with some extra evidence for when I made my videos, but he's also been like uh cautious. He sometimes he said like, you're a kid, you don't have to be doing this and stuff, but I
Hmm.
just still want to do it. Like because it's to leave it alone would just be irresponsible, I think.
Yeah,
Um, and so yeah, him and Lauren are really nice people.
yeah, no, that's who I'm actually going to talk to next. So, are they on
Oh,
Discord
really?
at all?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
I can
Yeah,
give you their ads if you need me to.
okay, awesome. That would be perfect. I would love that. Through this whole thing, did Maya ever try to attack you at all?
Physically?
No, just on the internet.
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of what this whole thing has been.
Yeah.
Um, but they did. Well, she did send me. I haven't read this at all. It was a cease and desist. I don't know if they actually paid for a lawyer to do it or forged the lawyer's signature. It looks pretty official. I don't know how they got my address. That genuinely scares me. That she knows it because I've seen leaked DMs where Daniel from the from a recent DM leak from a hack. There's one where Daniel literally says he's scared to have like when he was breaking up with Maya, he said that he's scared to have the guns in his house, because of like in the same house as her when he was breaking up, so he had to literally take them to his parents' house. And so that's a little frightening that they know where I live now. Um, and then, but yeah, then there was that cease and desist, which they make claims that aren't true, so it didn't scare me at all. It was just dumb. Like, I laughed at it. My parents were scared at first, because obviously, they're the ones who look at the mail, but I saw it and I
Mhm.
was just like, okay, this is funny. And I explained it to them, and they're just like, oh, whatever, okay then. Um, and then because like if they try to sue me with that letter, like they'd lose immediately because those are claims that cannot be proven because they didn't happen.
Yeah.
Um, and then let's see, there's one more. I've been getting this isn't really them directly, but a lot of their fans have been sending, or at least one of their fans, I should say, have been sending pizzas to my house constantly, saying with like their names on the boxes. And so it's not really a waste of my time because most of the time I don't even go to the door. I'm just playing Xbox. But like when my parents do, they go they it's like their time's being wasted, but I think these people think they're wasting my time. But it's really just my parents who just want like Daniel and Maya to cool it, and
Mhm.
the pizza delivery guys who and gals who like have to put up with this and just want to deliver pizzas.
Yeah, like is this like do they already prepay for the pizza?
No, they never do. Although one time there was some dipshit from Papa John's who just left the pizza at the door without me going to pay. And so I called them and said like, "Hey, do you want your pizzas back?" And they're like, "Well, we just throw it away anyway, so you can keep it." So I was like, "Oh, sweet." So I got like 5 free pizzas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean, it's
That
like that's something good.
yeah, that's something you got 5 free pizzas out of this whole, them knowing your address and stuff. Also, too, again, if this escalates too, you know who actually is going to dox you and stuff. So that's
Yeah,
also against the law right there. And also,
yeah.
too, there's video evidence of her not giving a fuck about giving out Lauren's was it Lauren who she was giving out her private nude pictures?
Oh no, that was someone else named BB, or
Oh,
I guess that's
okay.
her nickname.
Okay. Yeah. So even then, you have proof of that. You have proof of them harassing you. You have proof of them knowing your address. There's also video message proof, and like right there, like that's jail time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is, unless he has a really fantastic lawyer. But in the States,
he
that's
won't.
gonna,
There's no way.
yeah. And those lawyers are like $5,000 an hour.
Yeah.
Like
And
they're expensive.
yeah, and the thing is, I think she's too scared to dox me because at least I hope she is because she knows that if she does, she's the only person who currently doxes now who has my address. Because I have had doxers in the past, but they've all like stopped. Since
Mhm.
I was, I believe, 15, I've been getting doxed for like Lego drama. It's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't like what I was saying about some Lego YouTubers, and so they thought it was cool to leak my address because of it.
Oh
Um,
my God.
yeah, I know. And then so yeah, that she might be sending. I think it is her sending pizzas to my house.
Yeah, no, that has to be her. Like, here's some pizza.
Yeah. Because it only happens when like I'm live streaming and someone in chat brings her up and then I respond about it. and then
Mhm.
I get pizza zip. So I'm pretty sure she is stalking my channel and waiting for me to say something so she could punish me with a good old saw.
Yeah, good old pizza. Next time when you bring her name up and her name comes up, you should just tell her what type of toppings you like.
Yeah, that's genius. Yeah, next time I'm gonna say, yeah, hey Maya, can you please get me pepperoni? Thanks, sweetheart.
Yeah, can you put some extra cheese on it? I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, get Domino's. Waste their fucking time.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you, dude, and thank you for the interview.
Of course, thank you. It was nice talking to you as well.
All right, have a good one, dude.
Thanks, you too.